हम्म, एक दिया मैंने अभी वैसे भी नहीं उठने वाला है ना। हेलो 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 मेरे मेरे भाई लोग, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम। कैसे हैं आप लोग? सो आज अपन पजल से स्टार्ट करते हैं। लेट्स कंटिन्यू टू सॉल्व पजल्स. So it's black to move and we have to find out a way that builds the position. Okay, check, bishop takes, rook takes check, check with queen, check and mate. Too brilliant in a row. Okay, check. I think I should place my, or I should just go for check check and take his knight. No, queen here was the best move. That's still a mate in one. If he gives check, just move away is the solution. Yeah. Moving on to next puzzle. So it's white to move. Take his, wait, check. King goes here, check. King, king goes here, and I can take this rook check. Yeah, that's wrong. I think I can just take his knight, and if he takes pawn, I can just go in. And bishop here, and queen takes. Yes, that was the correct. Takes that pawn. I'll take my rook, and I can take another pawn. But that is not doing anything. Or maybe it is doing. Yeah, it was. And rook here. Yeah, rook here is wrong. Pawn push is better. And pawn push again. Hello, 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 my dear friends. Welcome to the stream. So it's white to move, and this is winning. Can you spot the checkmate idea? If I just take this, king take his force, then king sits here. Threat is to attack rook, but he can just give check. If I give him check from here, if I place my rook here now, okay, take this, and king here, check. Check is coming. If I just place my king back, he can make a pawn push. No, that is also not the way. No, I think I can place my king here. If you push pawn, I can take that with the rook because he cannot take my rook back. Okay, that was the solution. So it's a pawn race. If I make this pawn push, he takes this. I'll push this. Or should I push this first? Push this, pawn takes. Okay. This push was correct. That's how I win the pawn race. Okay. My king was sitting there. Okay, if I just make a pawn push, or if I just give him check, then place my rook here, or if I just take this pawn with check and pawn goes forward, is not a way. I think this pawn push, okay, that's wrong. Okay, that was the correct way. That's a mate in one. I can just take his queen, then bishop with check, and then rook. Okay. I need to keep fully focused to win if I need to win. Check. Okay, if I just give him this check, then there is a knight check which is mate. Okay, it's white to move. If I push this pawn, pawn takes. Then check from here, and then I can take his knight with check. Now it's black to move. Take this, bishop takes, rook takes with check. King goes here, pawn push. Or I think I should take his rook and pawn push and queen on board. That's the way. White to move, checkmate is waiting if you can play carefully. Queen here and threat for mate. Or I can just take his bishop. Rook here is also a mate. Take his bishop is wrong. And then take his bishop. How first? How if first take his bishop is wrong, and now I am taking his bishop is right? Okay. Anyways, he was a piece up, so there was no. He would have defended that by just playing his knight here. If queen here, if I would have taken his knight. Okay, got it. And after that, he would have taken rook. So I can just take his rook, or maybe just a check. King goes here, check. King will not go back. King goes here, check. King can go here, king can go here. And let's say if he goes here, I can give him check, which is mate. So he needs to go here. There is this another. There is this check. Check with knight. This check I can take his queen. Okay. So it's black to move now. And we have one pathway forward because he's making a queen. So I think the ways I can just give him check and place rook here. No. What is the correct solution to this? I'm not getting it. Leave bishop here. If I just take this pawn, I think that's the solution. No. I think I need to take a hint. So queen needs to move. Nothing is happening, so queen just take that pawn. Mhm. Okay, we need to think this way also. Place my bishop here, pinning his king. Okay, so another way should be cannot place it back because rook takes, then bishop takes is the thing. So I think rook here, yeah, and then I can just take this rook and place my rook here, and I can get his bishop. Okay, got it. Since he's going for my rook, I should get two piece. First take his knight, and then bishop takes, then knight here, and knight takes. Okay, knight take is wrong. Queen takes. Okay, bishop is guarding that rook. That was easy tactics. I didn't got that. Okay, so it's black to move. We can give him check from here, but he will just go forward. So I don't think that check is the right move. Maybe check, maybe check, but not check from check with pawn, or maybe check with pawn is the right option. Okay, if I give him check with pawn, I can take this pawn and rook is mate. Yes, this check and this is mate. Another puzzle. If I take his bishop, he can take my piece too. So best move is to give him check. Take this pawn. Threat is mate. Still, I can take this pawn. Threat is mate. Take his bishop, and queen takes. I can take it back. Okay. If I just take his knight, I can take rook takes rook with check. King goes back, and another rook can join. And queen alone cannot do anything. So that's a check. And I can take his bishop. Check with another rook. Okay. King goes here. Check. King goes here. Uh, Rook takes bishop, and he's lost. So let's start the rapid now. Starting first rapid for today. Let's go. So come on, we got a white, and we'll start with the Bengit opening. Bishop. I'll first do a pawn push because he can take this pawn. And I think let's go with the knight activation. Let him take that, no problem. And I'll also castle. Knight takes, pawn takes, bishop take. He takes my knight. I can take pawn, take his bishop with pawn, and then bishop pinning his queen. Bishop goes back, pawn push. If I just take this, pawn takes, take this is good. Pawn takes, bishop take. His knight is pinned forever, and that's a pawn push. And if he tries to move his queen, I can just take this pawn, and queen can sit here after that. Threat for mate. I can just take that pawn, or I can just take his knight and then take that pawn. Take his knight, and then queen sits here. If queen here, I can after that take that pawn. Okay, let's think. So take is right for now, and directly going for piece is not right. I think I'll first place my queen here. Let him place his queen here. I can take this pawn with check. If king goes back, rook takes pawn with check. Rook takes queen takes with check, and another rook can join the game. Yep, that was the hello, 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 hello. Like the stream, guys. Please subscribe the channel and welcome to the channel, Gulshan Bhai. He will do king to e7. King to e7. Let him do. I'll still no. I cannot take that pawn. If king to e7, pawn push. King to e7. What about this check or attacking his rook? Check looks good. Check or just do a pawn push. Or if I just do a pawn, if I do this pawn push, I can maybe now or later place my bishop here. Capture pawn. Capture pawn, knight takes it. I will not able to take this pawn. Then rook takes pawn, rook takes, knight takes back. So capture pawn is not right. Bishop to b3. So you're saying that I should let him activate his knight. Pawn push पे then b to b3, bishop to b3, वो pawn वहीं पे रहेगा, कहीं नहीं जाने वाला. लेकिन आफ्टर क्वीन हियर उसके बाद फिर मैं कुछ भी नहीं कर पाऊंगा ना. चेक, pawn push, check, 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 queen goes back, king goes back. आप वो करते हो यहाँ फुल नेम स्ट्रीमर में नहीं आए वर्क. देन डबल डबल द रुक्स. अगर I if I bring my first rook then only he will ask offer exchange. And queen here, rook here. So rook here. Okay. पता नहीं भाई, मुझे ना ये पॉन टेक रॉन्ग लग रहा है. अगर मैं ये वाला पॉन पुश करूं तो if I just give him check, king goes back, I'll place my queen here and then push the pawn. ठीक है चलो, let's capture. Knight capture, bishop goes back, bishop to b3, queen here. अब queen to h5, queen to h5, check threat. Queen to h6, check threat. If queen here, then check. If rook here, double up the rooks. Check. And then I can take his bishop. Queen takes. Okay, check. King goes here. Does his queen is trapped? Okay, if I just take this, no. Check with queen. Check with queen. King goes here. Then take his bishop. Pawn takes. Check from here is also not possible. If I just attack his knight, bishop takes, I can take his knight. अब बताओ भाई. I think first I should attack his knight. Let him take bishop. I can take his knight. Knight first. I didn't do this. Okay, let's do first thing. Move his queen. He'll take this pawn. Rook joins the game. Now we need full force on to attack queen. He's offering exchange. If I go here, or if I just go back, no, I can't go back. Queen here, he'll play rook here. Now rook takes, bishop takes, then yeah, I can play my queen here. Now that's a force exchange. If rook attacks, that will be fine for me. But if not, he does not attack. Then I'm not sure what to do. If queen goes back, it's a lost. Will be queen to h4. Come back, he will do rook to h8. Queen take is force. Pawn push, uh, and then push this. Or let him take bishop. I can take it back with rook. Rook joins the game. Chalo. I needs to exchange. Let's complete our pawn structure. I'll not exchange now. This pawn push. Now he'll play knight here. I need to play rook here. He will play knight here. If I play rook here, bishop can just take that pawn. What if I just double push it? Double push is the best. Now if bishop takes and just push king forward. If he gives check, I can move my king more forward. Hello, Prajakta. Welcome to the stream. So first thing is, I should move my king forward. Otherwise, if I place my rook here, his knight will get activated. So now I can play rook here. So his knight cannot activate. King takes it. Okay. He's he's up a time also. Up in time also. Time to play bullet. That's a mate in one. चलो भाई. I think let's review this. मुझे लग रहा है pawn push शायद शायद सही था. Take के बाद knight takes के बाद में pawn push tip for 1900. Just learn puzzles. You are good at opening. Okay, that's a brilliant move. That's not bad. Okay, I take. He took, and that was the great move. But take was mistake. Okay, what was best here? Just to take that pawn first. That was the way. That was the way. I played first move correctly and I went so passive. If I'm attacking, then I should attack with all my forces. Okay, so let's move on to another game. Learn something new from this game. It was actually very interesting game. Now we just need to win 4 games in a row, and we will be on 23. So first game of the of that from that four. Bro, what is this opening? Night dance? No, it's Alkine's defense. You must learn this opening. This is very interesting opening. Have so many traps. Hello, Mr. Yash. Welcome to the stream. I need to activate my knight, but I can't give him activation for activation. So now rook here. Yep, attacking that knight. Bishop here, so knight can activate. Now he will take my rook, and I need to take it back, and queen sits here. If I place it here, he can bring his knight here. So I think queen goes back is the correct option, and then activates my knight this way, and here. लास्ट गेम का क्या बना? मेरी आंख लग गई थी। सही बात है भाई। आंख तो लगनी है ना। हार गए। Pawn push. Sir, I want to play with you. Sure, sure, bro. Offering him queen exchange. Yep, that's the force move. And he'll take that pawn, free pawn. If I play bishop here, rook takes that pawn, and bishop takes knight. So rook takes pawn with check is not possible. If we go for my um, no, just queen here, queen here. He'll play his bishop here. So queen here is wrong move, and maybe bishop here is the right move. If he takes that pawn, I'll take his knight, and then play bishop, then play my queen here. Yep, let him take that. Okay, still I can't play. So I need to do this only. And there is the resign button. Okay, just give me a minute. I'll be back in half a minute. Back, I am back. Chal, let's move on to another game. So I think I made a blunder in this game. Same opening, but I think it's changed. Okay, it changed to Scandinavian variation. On push, bishop activation, bishop takes, and queen takes. Offering queen exchange, I think pawn push. So queen takes, pawn takes, and then knight will activate. He's exchanging everything. Okay, pawn push, knight defending that pawn, and I think this f6. I'll also go for long castle, closing his knight and bishop. It's a pawn push, and his knight cannot come here. Okay, so what if I just play my bishop here? He'll take, I can take, no problem. Pawn push, bishop takes, and pawn takes. If he takes this, I can take it back, and his knight goes back. Okay, let's continue with this side push, attacking. Takes, takes, but rook can activate here. I need to play rook here. So that is going to be exchange of every piece. Is he going for draw? Pawn takes. Place my queen here. King, sorry, rook here. Rook on f8. Offering him exchange. Because this pawn is little vulnerable. That's why to defend that I need one more piece. Place my knight here. If he just take my rook, I can take it back and but he can take that pawn. And if I give him check, rook can just go back. And I can place my rook here after that. Go for check and take that pawn. Or before placing my knight, should I do something else? Place my knight forward. Chal, let's do it. मेरा प्रिडिक्शन सही निकला. अली रजा फिरोज अली जीत गए चेन्नई ग्रैंड मास्टर. ओके, कब प्रिडिक्ट किया था वैसे? कल, हाँ, राइट राइट राइट. Offering him that pawn. Now I can just make this pawn push and I have his knight. I can have his knight. Knight only have one option to go back. And I think pawn push to defend this. Yeah. Still offering him this pawn for free. Knight goes here, attacking rook. Rook goes forward. No, I think I should start moving my No, that is not the correct move. Pawn push looks good because his knight was activating here. His knight still can activate here. So if I just take that or just attack his rook now, rook will push forward and I can defend my knight. No, take this and cannot defend both at the same time. I think knight attacking rook is the best and defending that pawn although, but that's not the actual defense. Maybe push now. If rook takes, I can go for that pawn. Maybe rook takes, I can place my knight here. No, I can go for that pawn. Yeah, push is better because anyways he was going for this or that pawn. And if rook takes, I can rook can join the game. Now rook here, defending that knight, or should I place rook here? I think knight here because that's a threat. I can give him check and take his knight, take his rook. Knight takes rook. From check from here, take this rook or take this rook. So he cannot defend both of them. If he places king here, just attack his knight. Yes, and knight needs to go back. And that's a check. I can take his rook for free. And I think he'll resign now. No, still I'll okay. Still I'm going to attack his knight back. No, sorry, that was the wrong place, I think. Wrong place to attack. If I would have gone to white, that was the GG. But now I need to push my king forward. Rook here, rook defends that. And if rook goes back, knight takes pawn with check. Or if rook goes completely back, knight rook gives him check. And rook can go for that pawn, check threat. Yep, that's the way. Come on, yeah, resign. If you make a pawn push, rook king goes here. If you make pawn push again, king goes back. And if you go for this check, because king goes here was a mate in one. Now knight check, knight check, king goes here. And he cannot give another knight check because I can take his rook. Rook in between. Yep. So king attacking rook is the way. That's a winning. King comes here, check and take his rook. Let's go. Moving on to another game. That's how I think we have to play. That's not a free pawn. If he takes with this, I can continue to push. And if he takes with knight, bishop takes it. And if knight goes for that pawn, I can place my queen here, attacking knight, or maybe bishop here. Yeah, maybe bishop here, and bishop takes bishop. Let him take rooks. I do not want those rooks. I can take his bishop. Now he'll go for knight. If he goes for knight, queen takes it, and that's a mate in one, mate in two. If knight goes for that pawn, okay. If I just place my queen here, what is the another way? Is there any check also? No, queen here. Let him take knight also. That's a mate in one. Hello, Master Pass. Welcome to the stream. How are you, my brother? Mate in one. Let him take knight also. Chalo, let's move on to another game. I think I played a brilliant move. No, I just got a great move. Chalo, let's move on to another game. Continue with the Venkit opening. I tried different opening, but I think this opening is working for me. Maybe I can play knight here this time. If bishop takes knight, okay, take this pawn. And knight takes pawn. That's a check. What he's doing? Okay, I think I just need to defend, right? Should I defend it in a fancy way, like just push this pawn? Push this pawn. If knight takes, I can go for this check. King here is mate. So yeah, let's go with attack on queen. Instead of c3, this was better. Yeah. Okay, he just resigned. He saw his mate. Okay, let's move on to another game. You play better than yesterday. Thank you, Master's Pass for that. So today I'm just playing with the playing the line game, like how the game is. I'm not doing anything extra, or maybe opponents are not playing much better. Whoa, I have seen someone pushing this pawn. Some okay, it's continuation same. I think now what if I just play my queen here? That's the good move. Queen here, knight here. That's a mate. So if you push pawn, I can take this queen here. Yeah. Yes, yes. Thanks, Masha, for that. Please guys, like the stream. So now thread is mate. Although it's not a mate, I can just take and check from here and take this another pawn. If he play knight here, I can just take that pawn and go for this pawn. He cannot play bishop. Yep. Bro, I'm hard rock stuck at 1600. How to reach 2k? What opening do you know? With white and black. So Rohit, can you answer Master's question? Which openings are you better at, and or which openings do you know? Okay, he planned to like s- he planned to trap my queen. So if I place my queen here, bishop here, and if I place my queen here, bishop here, and my queen does not have any another way, so I need to offer him exchange. That's the only way. If I just take that knight, I'll have the way. Okay, bishop to attack queen. I cannot. I need to go for exchange. Otherwise, if I just go for defense, then take his knight. Yeah, that's the way. Now he can just take that pawn, but no problem in that. I can just play my rook here in defense of bishop and bring my another knight out to defend my rook back. Yes, bring my another knight out to defend the rook, and I can go for castle. And I can defend my queen here. Bishop cannot attack anymore because knight is not guarding that. I can take it. If he takes my bishop, should I leave it and just play knight here? Plan is to attack his bishop, and threat is check and mate. Pawn push, he'll take that pawn, and then I can go for castle. Let's do a pawn push. Why not? Let him take that pawn. I will go for short castle, and if bishop takes rook, I do have some beautiful plans after that. If bishop takes rook, bishop takes bishop. Okay, he just went for check first. I need to move my king in. Now bishop takes rook. First bishop takes bishop. I think knight here. Or should I take his bishop? I think I should take his bishop now. And if he takes that, I can take it. He's not going to take my rook. For sure. Okay, rook takes. Because bishop can defend the mate, that's why I need to force bishop goes back. Now queen can just take that pawn, knight here, and threat as mate. So what he will play? King goes in is the way. Mate in 3. Knight here, check and mate. So we need to play this continuations properly, otherwise we will lose. Or maybe I can just get his knight. Because his plan is to play knight here. I can play knight here. He'll play queen back. If he plays knight here, I think I can go for that pawn first. But then he'll play queen here. I can go for check. Knight goes back. Another knight joins in. Okay, that's the way. It's not mate in 3, I think. Okay, I can just take that pawn first. Take this pawn and see. Or just play my knight here. Now knight here. Takes that pawn. Give him check. And knight takes. Yep. Takes that pawn is the right move. Now queen goes here. I can give him check. So knight needs to be placed here. Then another knight goes forward. What's the what time is that you? 2:02. No, it's 1:08 a.m. If you push pawn, I can take it. And then queen can defense this way, I think. Streaming in the middle morning of the night. Yeah, it's night 1 a.m. I always stream at night here. Now knight goes here. Thread is made in one. Rook comes forward. Knight. I can take that pawn with check. Or maybe another rook joins in. Rook here. He'll take that pawn. Knight to f6. Also, another rook can join the another knight can join the game from here because queen is defending rook. But if he does this pawn push, and if I take it, he can take my knight. So knight, I need to take my knight in game. But now, if I take my knight in game, he can just do this pawn push. So I think I need to give up this pawn. Knight here, he'll push this pawn, attacking knight. Okay. Rook takes f6. No, knight g3. Rook takes f6. Knight to g3. Rook takes f6. Yeah. Now his plan is also clear. I just need to move my knight. That's the way. If I move my knight, he'll push this pawn. Attacking knight. So knight here. He'll push pawn. I cannot take it. So I need to place my another knight here. Here, sorry, here. Or what about rook here? Rook here. But still he'll do this push. So I think I have the way. Queen goes to h5, attacking rook. Rook takes knight. And after that, I can place my queen here, attacking knight and rook at the same time. But knight can go back to defend rook. Then rook comes here, then another rook joins in. No, doesn't work. Rook to f1, q takes c2. Rook to f1, q takes c2. Yep, that's the way. Rook to f1 is the way. Q takes c2, and I can attack his rook, but he'll take my knight first. So after that, a knight goes here, and knight goes here. Or knight goes here. It's difficult. It's really difficult to think. He'll not take c2. He'll just push. Okay, now that's a pawn push, defending knight. Pawn push, knight here, knight here. Pawn push, knight here. Queen takes pawn, knight here. Okay, now knight takes this pawn. No, that's not the correct one. If I take that pawn, knight can take it. So knight here and knight here. If he takes that pawn, if he takes that pawn, still knight here. Or now knight takes is the way. Knight takes, knight takes pawn. Rook takes pawn. I can take his rook. Yes, knight takes pawn is the way now. If we just take it, knight takes pawn is the way. Or maybe not. Knight takes pawn. Rook takes knight. Now that's a knight here. If we push, rook takes it. I need to open up back rank. So I have a plan. If rook takes knight, I can take his rook with queen, and rook takes rook is force, and rook take rook, and that's a mate in one. He's also not agreeing to my plan. So king here for now. If knight takes, rook takes it. Okay, he was also attacking my another piece, which was queen. Maybe I can try to win on time. There was 1 second left. I should have defended by playing knight here. So, anyways, lost on last 1 second. I should have played knight here, and that's it. I lost my queen. Shit. If you take that checkmate to your king. You missed one move before his rook double. Yeah, I think so. I missed something. Sacking the knight. Anyways, chalo. We lost. Now we will focus on the another games and we'll try to win those. I can take his queen now. If he takes that pawn, I can take his queen. And if king takes or knight, I can take his knight and then take this pawn. We'll try to win like tomorrow, 7 games in a row. Pawn push. If knight, if he takes my knight, I can take his queen. And knight takes queen, I can take that with pawn. Yep, pawn push. If he pushes this pawn, bishop takes, yeah, bishop takes knight, and then knight can sit here, attacking bishop. If I take that knight, he'll take my bishop. I can take that pawn, then rook here, and then knight here. Or if just bishop takes, I think bishop take is the way. And now I can knight attacking his bishop. Bishop will go for check. Pawn push. Pawn takes and queen takes. Then bishop takes. Then I can take this pawn with pawn. Yes. What if queen goes for check? Still, that's a pawn push to double attack his queen, or yeah, that's the way. So if he takes, I can first take this with knight and then take this pawn and knight sits back. Yes. Looks good. But simply he can just take that pawn. I can take his bishop. Okay, that's a pawn push. If he takes that, I can double push it. Or maybe I can just first give him check. Double push it. Now bishop takes, pawn takes, and knight sits back is the way. This knight sits back because if you push this pawn, queen goes here for check. And if knight takes, pawn takes, still bishop takes, knight sits back, pawn push to attack, check. I need to go for mate after that then. Currently, I'm attacking his queen. He needs to take that pawn. That is the only way. Bishop takes, this knight sits back, and if he push this pawn, queen goes for check. Queen goes here. I do have another check. Queen goes here. Or maybe instead of doing all those, I should just first move his bishop away. Go for check. Go for check. King goes here. Just break his castle. No, I think let's move his bishop away. That's the way. Move his bishop away is the way. He's open both the side. If he castles also, I can attack him very easily. So yeah, move his bishop away is the best. Otherwise, my knight is in danger. Bishop goes here. If bishop sits here, knight takes it. Pawn takes it. Knight here. Or maybe I can just play my queen here. If he try to play his bishop here, I can give him check, take his bishop. Yep, that's the way. Offer him queen exchange. We are already good. Have sufficient pawns. Yes, let's go for queen exchange. And now king takes it because already we are at the end game. I have extra piece, but he have three pawns against that. This pawn push, so this pawn push, I can take it. Pawn takes, knight goes back. Bishop here, if he makes this pawn push, takes it, takes, no. King goes forward is the right way. No, he'll still go for that pawn push. So pawn push is the only way. Now he can take that pawn, I can take this pawn. But first I need to defend again. Giving him check. Will that make sense? No, I need to defend my rook. That's the only correct way. Although bishop can go here, another piece can join in. Yep, bishop goes here for that pawn. If he push, then I need to place my knight back. I'm fine with that. I do not have any problem. Now two pawns cannot do much. So that's a rook check. And king can sit here. and defend this two pawn. Knight and king both can defend this two pawn that are going forward. Now king here, knight here to defend this square also at the same time. I can now take his knight, take his rook, take that pawn. Just a pawn push. Pawn push. If he push this, yeah, I think pawn push is good. If he takes, I can take it. Rook activates. I can go for that pawn. But I need to take care of this check. But knight is not under attack. If he takes that, I can go for check. And if he goes here, that's a mate in one. So just need to move his king away. That's my plan. After that, I can go for both the pawns. So just take it. So first thing is first, go for check. King goes here, that's a mate. And go for this both pawns. If rook comes here, I can take that pawn first. And if you push pawn, rook goes here. I'll go for that pawn first. Okay, take this pawn first. Knight goes back, so king can go forward. If you push, I'll take and take. King goes here. What if rook here? Rook here, still king will go here for that pawn. Rook here, I'll take that pawn because I do have place back. And knight is defending that square. So, yep, it's fine. Knight here to give him check. If I play rook here, no, knight here is the right move. If rook here, I can take that pawn. And if he goes for check, king goes back. If he go for another check, king goes here. Is the way. Knight goes here and knight can go for check. Knight goes here, knight can go for check and take that pawn. Even if rook goes here. And if king goes here, I can continue with that pawn take. So knight check. And I can take that pawn. So rook cannot attack my king for now. And I can go for this pawn series now. This pawn take. Or maybe just knight goes back, go for that pawn first. And rook takes that pawn. Rook here, and rook will stop that pawn. Great move. That's a draw now. What I just did. Why it is very it became very difficult. Mohan is challenging. Okay, chalo, let's play with him. Let's gain some points. On push. What's your FIDE rating? It's 1635. Yeah, I just played 4 tournaments only. I saw that. Now on rook to f7. That's a mistake. Let me show you how to win the endgame. No worries, go in. Thank you for giving some points. Let's move on to another one. By the way, well played, Mohan. You tried your best. बहुत शांति है आपके स्ट्रीम में because he was our subscriber. सब्सक्राइबर से हार गए तो फिर समाज में क्या इज्जत रह जाएगी. तुम्हारी रेटिंग कितनी है? तुम्हारी 22 क्रॉस है क्या? 2267 के अबव है तो भेजो, बिल्कुल चैलेंज भेजना फिर. 789 कुछ है. Then I'm sorry, bro. We can play unrated. I'll tell you later why. ब्रो मेरी रेटिंग खराब हो जाएगी। अगर क्या होता है कि कोई कोई चीटिंग करता है तो आई कैन नॉट ट्रस्ट। तो उसके बाद में अगर एक गेम भी गलत खेल लिया एंड ही इज अ चीटर, और ही माइट बी अ स्पैमर, लाइक ही माइट बी हाई रेटेड प्लेयर एंड प्लेइंग विथ लो रेटिंग, तो मेरी तो रेटिंग गई ना। एंड लॉस्ट अच्छा लगता है, मतलब माइनस अच्छा लगता है। सो दैट इज द रीजन, नथिंग एल्स। पिक इज नॉट बैड। वो बात नहीं है, अगर तुम्हारे साथ खेलूंगा तो फिर दूसरे लोग भी बोलेंगे कि हमारे साथ भी खेलो आप। और फिर अगर सबके साथ खेलूंगा तो फिर क्या प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है। इट्स अ रिजाइन, दिस इज नॉट विनिंग। Not at all winning. It's a resign. Playing against 2300 now. If I win this, I'll get a good points. So I need to win this. Let's focus. Yes, I lost a piece. I need to play slowly, think and play like we played against Mohan. Otherwise, this is losing. What? Yeah, I am playing so fast. Let's slow it down from next game. I'm just playing fast and losing, not even thinking. When I discuss the moves, I think I play better in that case. When I do not discuss moves, it just I play some random move and I lost. So this time we'll discuss and play. So pawn takes, knight takes. Okay, pawn push. Another pawn takes and takes this. Let's take this. Queen here, bishop here. I'll go for long castle. Maybe I can go for long castle now only. So he cannot bring his bishop here. Bishop here. I'll go for long castle and sacrifice my bishop. No, I can't sacrifice. I need to move king in first. Come on, make a move. Bishop here. Okay, knight here. He can push pawn, but I can just attack his queen. Attack his queen and also go for this check. Maybe I think this check and I should go place my knight here. Check and take his queen as the threat. And still a queen goes here. Yeah, that's a check. Still this, that's a check. If you push this pawn, I need to place my knight here. That's a mistake I think he made. Check. King goes here. He took that. Okay. I think queen here first. Let him push the pawn. Then queen here. Okay. He just decided to go for check instead. Great move. And he can take my bishop. Can I not just attack his queen? Yes. So rook here. But he can take queen. Yeah. What I missed, what I'm doing. Seriously, I'm continuously losing. I think I'm not putting energies on game. That's why. I'm just playing so fast and that made me lose every time. Low efforts game. Okay, knight takes pawn check, king takes bishop, queen takes pawn check, king takes knight, rook check, rook check, king can go here, king can go here. That's a mate. Yeah, that's a mate. What do you advise me to hit 2000? What's your rating and what kind of openings you are playing? So take that as force. Then check. King takes knight. Rook check. King goes here. Queen check. I'll force him to take. Come on, take that bishop. That's a force. Take that knight. Rook check. Now let me think on it. How it's a mate. Check. King goes here. And or if what about this check? Now let's calculate everything here because we are already winning. So why not? Check. King only have two squares to go, either here or here. Let's say if he goes here, I can just push pawn, check, king goes in, and queen check is mate. If king goes here, pawn push check, king goes here, and queen check is not a mate. Queen check from here is a mate. Yes. So queen check, ladder mate. Ladder mate is not working because if I put my queen here, that's a pawn push. Only one square left, and queen check is mate. Let's go. So I think I should put this game in the shorts. That was the brilliant game. So from here it was the brilliant. भाई रुक से check देना था instead of queen for ladder. Then queen goes back, bro. Ladder नहीं होता वो. King goes back जाती. अगर king here, तो check. King goes back. Okay, that's a mate. And that was also a mate, right? So king goes forward, and that was mate. Queen goes forward, check, in only one square, and that's a mate. ठीक है, it was anyways mate. Rook g3. Suggestion by the way. Kirtan Rathod. So let's move on to the next game. इस बार तो यार 7 गेम जीतना ही है. एक गेम जीते हैं, 6 more to go. लेकिन टाइम भी हो रहा है, तो आई डोंट नो इफ वी कैन मेक इट और नॉट. बिशप हियर. Queen takes pawn, attacking queen. Now maybe bishop here, or no, I can just take that pawn. Now bishop here, and his queen is trapped. Oh, that's a free bishop. And his queen is trapped. Let's go. Maybe we need to give up another bishop. Rook takes it. Chalo, let's move on to another game. Two games, five more to go. Okay. Now, if I just take that pawn, I'll take my bishop. I can take that pawn too. If I just take that pawn, I'll take my bishop. I can push pawn. Bishop takes. Queen check. Let's do it. Takes. And take the pawn. Pushes. audible? Hello, hello. Yes, voice is back. Hello, hello, hello. Check, and I'm going to attack his queen now. Or I think I should go for long castle now. That's it. Go for long castle. Now queen check and rook activates. Attack his queen only. Yeah, I'm going to go attack his queen again. Bishop attacking queen. Can go for check. But I think I should first double up. Okay, double up. Knight cannot join, right? Double up, so rook cannot come here. Bishop here. Oh, bishop just take that pawn. Yep, that's not bad. Bishop takes that pawn. Rook here. I'll activate my bishop. Free pawn, yes. Free pawn, and that's a checkmate. Can you guys see it? I hope you can see that. That's a queen sacrifice check. Rook takes and rook takes check. Mate. Let's go. Moving on to another game. That was a brilliant move. We made a brilliant move. That is going to be last game of the day. I think we need to win this. Complete our target of 2275. After crossing that, I think we are good for today. And if we lose, we will. Even after losing, we will. Nice games. I'm enjoying. Thanks, Kirtan, for that comment. I hope you have subscribed and liked this channel, and I hope others also have read that. Now, if he activates his knight, I can take his knight with check, and I can take that pawn. He did it. Now that's a bishop pinning knight. I can take his knight. Queen, king takes it. I need to take it and check king, check to king. Check again. Queen comes in between. Okay, that's a bishop and pawn push, and I can place my bishop here after check and go for long castle. Just take that pawn. Still, I will castle because my plan is to place bishop here and rook. No, no, rook is sitting. So I think another move should be activate knight or just take his queen. Playing bishop here. Okay, I need to avoid queen exchange, otherwise that pawn will be gone. So queen here, he can go for check. King goes here. Queen here. And if he plays his queen here, I can go for check, take his rook. And if he goes for check, king goes to d2. Okay, so that's a pawn push is not possible. If he places bishop here, I'll be in trouble. So I need to offer him bishop exchange. Although that was still a check and I can take. If he takes, he cannot take my bishop. If he takes it, I can take it and then take his rook. He'll go for check. King goes here. Queen check. Queen takes it. And rook takes bishop. I can take his bishop. And rook defending that pawn. Yep, that's the way. If I would have pushed this pawn, bishop and rook attacking that pawn, and I need to give up my queen. That's a check, bro. So if I need to win this, okay. If I need to avoid this check, and if I go here, there is rook check, and if I place my knight out, yeah, I can play knight here, then knight here. That's the way. Knight here, queen check, and knight defends it. Knight defends pawn as well as knight defends queen check, and there is no threat to knight. So knight is going to defense very good. And if rook takes, that's a king take, and that's a winning. He can sacrifice his rook, but rook, if he can't sacrifice, because if he try to sacrifice, rook will take it. Na, why I would take with king? Rook check from e1. Rook takes, rook h1 takes, rook e1. Okay, this is winning. Now I can place my knight here, so this check will not be possible. Knight here is the way. Pawn is also defended, check is also defended. He can go for this check. I need to defend that by just pushing my king forward and giving support to that knight. Now rook joins the game. If rook here, his queen will be trapped. Queen here, no, no. Rook here, queen here, rook here. Queen here, maybe queen here after that. Red is mate. Okay, still rook joins in. And now knight, no, knight here is wrong. Offer him queen exchange because I am pawn up, or I think I should continue with this pawn push. He's going for this pawn. Knight here looks good. Knight here, let him take that pawn. Knight goes for check. Yes, knight here looks good. And if queen gives check, that's just a pawn push. If queen takes that pawn, that's a check and mate from here. I think his plan is something else. Maybe he will bring his rook here. Pawn pushes the way. And move my king to d1. Yes, now I do not have any other check. If bishop check, I'll just push this pawn. So I do not have any check now. Now threat is mate. If he takes that pawn, check. Knight goes for check, check. And if queen comes here, that's still a check. Okay, he took that. I can take it because queen check is not possible. Queen takes it. Okay, now let me show you how to checkmate. Check, check, and check again. And checkmate. And let's go, guys. So we crossed our target for today. That was 2275. So I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, please hit that like button. And if you are not subscribed, please subscribe the channel. That motivates us. Thanks, and K Nandu for that. Chalo. If any of our subscriber want to play, I can play with them. Anything below 5 minutes unrated. Thanks for subscribing. Nice game. Thanks, Kirtan. Okay, if any of our subscriber want to play, they can send me challenge, unrated challenge. I'll accept that. Anything below 5 minutes unrated, I'll accept. And after that, we'll end the stream. And only one game with one subscriber because we are low on time. Already we are up from our stream time. We have already crossed our stream time. Okay, I think no one wants to play. So that's it for today. Ending stream. Tada, bye bye. Take care. Good night. We will meet tomorrow. And till that time, keep playing.